Um, so we talk about what's going on here, what we can be doing within our communities. A lot of people, especially people that I've talked to, have come to me saying, "Hey, I really support your initiative. I really support, the campaigns that you're pushing for. Our political lines are the same, if not very similar. But I'm over here in this part of Texas that may not have as like y'all aren't over here where I go to school. Y'all aren't over here where I live. It seems like it's just me and maybe like a couple other like-minded individuals that sort of like have this drive to continue the struggle and fight for liberation and solidarity with these movements, with these initiatives. So they come to me and say, "Hey, well, what can we do? How do we sort of get involved with these initiatives? Like, what can we do at home? When we're away from these rallies, away from these, larger congregations, to sort of advance these struggles forward in our own times." So, with that, I want to go ahead and move to our last question here. For those who desire to do something to aid in the Palestinian struggle against the imperial force of Israel, but feel geographically isolated from the struggle, what ways can they offer material support and solidarity to Palestinians right here in their homes?
I'm going to keep it very quick and then pass it off to some of these very amazing speakers. But join an organization, like join an organization. If you're Palestinian or Arab, you can join the Palestinian Youth Movement. If you're in Dallas and you want to do joint struggle work and building like solidarity between Black liberation and Palestinian liberation, you can join DARPA. If you're not in Dallas, there's NARPR everywhere, so just contact one of us and we can plug you in. We have stuff in Florida for you to join. I also am going to plug Freedom Road Socialist Organization as well. Join an organization that has programs and specific like plans and action to fight for our communities, right? Because there's book clubs, there's reading clubs, and there's organizations. Make sure you join an organization that's going to put their feet on the ground, put their bodies on the line, and do what they say that they're going to do. And all the folks on this panel right now are part of some of these organizations, so you can come speak with any of us afterwards about what that looks like. Oh, sorry.
If you need like an agenda template, like we got y'all, like it means sitting in meetings and talking about like what you need to do and why you need to do it. And most importantly, taking steps to do it. Because you can sit in meetings where people talk about strategy and tactics all day long, but at the end of the day, if nobody's going to take up a role, no, it's not going to get done. And there's different ways that you can organize based off your location, based off of your conditions that you're in. New Orleans has a great organization. It's called No Ship, New Orleans Ship, where they try to stop the ports from going to Israel, right? So, obviously, I think we're landlocked. I don't really ish. But there's things along that line in the organization that I work with, Tampa Bay. We changed their name recently, but Tarper. um, because we focus on police crimes and community control of the police, and we know that our police have the opportunity to train over in occupied Palestine, our demands are for our city. They make sense for our city. It's to ban all any and all training to occupied Palestine, to ban the mayor to go to occupied Palestine, which she has done before. It's kind of hard because she's a Democrat, a lesbian, and used to be a conservative, so she checks a lot of boxes for a lot of people. So, not me though. And to apologize to the Palestinian community because it's the largest in Florida, and she has consistently ignored them, allowed people to call them terrorists, allowed the Proud Boys to be at our protests, allowed the cops to harass us and arrest some people. And so it's finding out the systems that exist in your city and how they're connected and working to dismantle them, because that's how you materially change things where you are, because they're connected. We've already talked about, you already know how they're connected. You probably don't even have to do the research. It's already done for you. You know what exists. You know how to exist, or how how to get there, and all you got to do is organize around it. Get as many people as you can to have consistent actions around this. And that doesn't mean it's the same action every time, but to raise awareness about what's happening and to call on your elected officials to actually do something about it and to put the pressure on them, because you pay for them. You pay for them to do something, so make them do something, because they won't do it on their own.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'll just add very, very briefly, but another thing that we're hearing a lot, besides, the fact that, yes, it's baseline, join a local organization, get involved in the way you can, but something that's even a little bit more simple is like, use social media as an outlet to center Palestinian stories right now and center Palestinian voices. Another thing is I encourage everybody to think about ways that we can actually shift power. And I'll speak specifically to college students here. Get involved on your campus with a local SJP, with a local PSC, with an organization that is really going to challenge the university, specifically because our universities here in the US, almost all of them, they invest in corporations that are facilitating the genocide of our people right now. So my call is to the college students in the crowd, get involved in your local student organizations. Students have so much power. And, it's time for us to push divestment calls across the country, and it starts on university campuses. So that's all my contribution here, yeah.
All right, yeah. I'm glad that you brought that up because, I am a college student, and I actually got involved with the struggle when I first got to UTA campus about 2.5 years ago. Damn, it's really been 2.5 years. And I graduate this semester actually, so. But yeah, I was one of those people. I came on to UTA campus like, okay, I'm here. I'm gonna see like where are the organizations that are really about it, really about that action. I was one of those people that I would post stuff online. I do watch YouTube videos, reading on my own. I didn't really have a sort of like grounding within work that's on the ground. So I was able to meet some folks from Progressive Student Union, and I got introduced to different student orgs on campus. I met NARPR Dallas, and here I am from here. So it starts from that like spark, that initiative to just go forth and find these people around you, whether that's within your specific city or just reaching out to cities around you or areas around you where that work is already being done. So yeah, this was a great. Y'all answered these questions so well. Like, give everybody a round of applause. Like.